It's been many years since I last flew with British Airways, but I decided to go with them on a recent trip to Asia. However, things weren't off to a great start when British Airways cancelled my flights months before the trip and put me on alternative flights. This also meant I was put on a different aircraft, the Boeing 787-9, which still have the old-style business class cabin. British Airways are in the process of phasing out of this old cabin, so this was an opportunity for me to experience it before it completely disappears. Not long after sitting down, I got an orange juice and a menu so I could decide what I could order for dinner and breakfast later. I was in a rear-facing window seat, so there was more privacy compared to the aisle seat. After a bit of a delay because of icy conditions, we eventually took off from London Heathrow Airport. My entertainment screen was both tight to pull out of its stowed position, but it was also loose when I wanted to watch something. Just tapping on the touchscreen pushed the screen back a bit. The system was also a little bit slow to respond. Soon after takeoff, we were given a packet of snack mix and another drink, so I went for tomato juice. A bit further into the flight and it was dinner time. I picked the butternut squash and coconut soup for my starter. The meal also came with a side salad, bread and butter. The salad was okay, the bread was quite hard, as was the butter, which made things interesting, but the soup was very nice. Then came the main and I picked the grilled Atlantic cod. The reason I went with this is because I wanted a relatively light dinner before I went to sleep. Finally, it was the dessert, and I just wanted some fresh seasonal fruit, which was light and refreshing. After dinner, I made a quick visit to the toilet, and in this cabin it was pretty standard, but the important thing was that it was clean. After using the toilet, it was time to get ready for bed. On my seat was the pillow and the bag containing the mattress topper and blanket. Before I made the bed, I put the privacy screen up. So, to go lie flat, I had to pull down the footrest in front of me. And after holding down the button to make the seat go flat, that was it. The bed was ready with the mattress topper and blanket placed on top. So, there I was in my private little pod, watching Godzilla so I could fall asleep. I slept for over 7 hours. It was well timed because as soon as I woke up, I was offered breakfast because we were soon going to land. So, for breakfast, the starter was fresh seasonal fruit and a blueberry Super Bowl. There was also a croissant and more hard butter. I had a cup of tea with my meal, and for the main course I picked the blueberry pancakes. It was a decent breakfast. I didn't want a heavy meal because we were landing in Asia in the afternoon, and I knew I'd be having dinner soon after. And so that was it. I had a very pleasant flight to Asia. Yes, this business class cabin is an older design and showing its age. British Airways was the first to introduce the lie-flat bed in the year 2000, so that's how old this design is. But business class is business class, and the service and comfort was good. Of course, I was a bit disappointed in the downgrade, so to speak. However, having not flown with British Airways in such a long time, I can now at least say I experienced a bit of history in flying in this cabin, which was revolutionary when it was first launched. Soon, it will disappear from all routes. Anyway, going to Asia also means coming back to Europe, so on the return journey, I was in the aisle seat facing forwards, and it was not as private. It was another evening flight, and having had dinner on the ground already, I wanted a light supper. I picked the cream of cauliflower soup for my starter, which was brought out at the same time with my dessert, which once again was fresh seasonal fruit. A side salad and bread with hard butter was also included. My drink of choice was tomato juice again. All of it was alright. Again, after getting a solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it was time for breakfast. The starter was fresh seasonal fruit with strawberry yogurt. Although the bread that came with it was softer this time, the butter was still hard. For the main, I picked the full breakfast, which was simply excellent. It was just what I needed for the day ahead, as the plane landed close to 5 a.m. The return journey was just as good as the outbound journey.